Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? Man, Antonelli here. I want to talk a little bit today about the back shoulder and its role in hitting. I've received a lot of questions lately about it, and it got me thinking, anytime you go to a Little League game or a high school game, and a player swings and misses, or they swing and they pop a ball up, you will hear somebody, either a coach or a parent or just a fan, tell that player that they're dropping their back shoulder. You got to keep your back shoulder up. You hear it every single time. Well, the fact is, in order to swing properly and get the bat on the proper plane with the pitch, your back shoulder has to be lower than your front shoulder. It happens every single time you swing. And if you watch major league players or successful players, every swing they take, their back shoulder is going to be lower than their front shoulder. Now, it depends how low the pitch is. The lower the pitch, the more the shoulder is going to be lower. The higher the pitch, the more even or level they'll be. But that back shoulder is always going to be slightly lower than the front shoulder. And I'm going to go over it today. We're going to give you a bunch of different major league hitters doing it. And then I'm going to do a quick video at the end and kind of show you what I'm talking about. So biomechanics show that it is impossible to have the proper swing path by keeping both shoulders level throughout the swing. It just can't happen. Dropping your back shoulder slightly is going to give space for your back elbow to drop into the proper slot and for your hands to really stay inside the baseball on their approach to hit. If you don't drop your back shoulder, and I'm going to show you all this in a little bit, most guys' hands get way out away from their body, and their swings kind of just work in this circular path. They get out away, and then they either stay away or they cut across, and that's going to result in an improper bat path, and you're going to ground out a lot, you're going to get around balls a lot, you're going to hook and roll over. So let's take a look at Manny's swing, then we'll go through some pictures, and then I'm going to demonstrate kind of what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's Manny Ramirez, one of my favorite hitters of all time. We're going to take a quick look at him, watch his shoulders. So here he goes into his swing. His back elbow starts to drop in. And one of the important things that's overlooked is spine angle. I talked about it a while ago, but when you hit, your top half has to be slightly over the plate, not straight up and down. A lot of times guys have trouble with their back shoulder because they're straight up and down. It puts them in a tough position to be able to get that back shoulder to get lower than the front shoulder without just collapsing backwards. So you want to be slightly over the plate, top half slightly over. As the back elbow drops in, and the shoulders start to turn, you can see that at contact, the back shoulder is here, the front shoulder is up here, slightly downhill, and this pitch is a little bit up, and he's still got a slight dip to it. Do it again. Back shoulder, or sorry, back arm drops in. As he continues to turn, his back shoulder gets slightly lower than his front. Gets him on plane. So let's look at some pictures. So first guy we'll look at is Ryan Howard. Here we are at contact, top shoulder, back shoulder, sorry, front shoulder, slightly tilted. Gets him on path. Here's Manny Ramirez back when he's with Boston. Just about at contact. Back shoulder lower than the front shoulder. Here's Carlos Delgado. Here's a pitch that's a little bit lower. You can really see back shoulder, front shoulder, the dip to it. Here's Jim Edmonds, guy that played forever in the big leagues. The ball slightly low, a little bit away, and you can really see how much his back shoulder is lower than his front shoulder. Here's Albert Pujols. You can see, same thing as everyone else. Back shoulder slightly lower than the front shoulder. And here's something I want to show you real quick before I give a few of my own examples. Here's a pitch that's really, really high in the zone. Albert's hitting the ball just about at his chest, and you can see that now the back shoulder is just slightly, ever so slightly lower than the front shoulder. Now most guys aren't going to swing a ball up here, and only Albert Pujols can probably hit this ball out of the park when it's almost at his face. But you can see how as the ball gets elevated a little bit more, the shoulders don't drop as much. The lower the ball, the more our shoulder has to dip so that we can get on path with the ball and hit that outside or low pitch.
Okay, so let me demonstrate a couple of things I was talking about. First is spine angle. So to get yourself in a better position to allow that back shoulder to be slightly lower than the front shoulder, what you'll see is most guys, when they're ready to hit, no matter where they start, they might start here, they might start here, but when they get ready to hit, they slightly get their chest to come slightly over the plate. And that puts them in a much easier position to just turn and hit. And if you see that movement here, this shoulder is going to be lower than here. It's going to let your arm drop in and your hands can get into this good area right here inside the ball. And it's going to get the bat on path early and swing slightly uphill to the ball. What you'll see is a lot of young guys, because coaches are so worried about players dropping their back shoulder, they have them stand very, very tall. And from this position, and you swing and stay tall, you can see that your back shoulder can't get down. Your bat path is not going to work the way it's supposed to. It's just going to be a move right here. And like I said, you're swinging kind of in just this circular path. Your hands are going to get out of the way and just kind of go this way. You're going to really pull balls. You're going to roll over balls. You're going to swing and miss. So your setup and how you get ready to hit and getting that chest slightly over is going to put you in a better position to be here when you hit. The second thing, what you'll see sometimes is players will try to do this move, guys that are really tall that want to try to get that shoulder lower, where they get in trouble, or when you see a play that, wow, you really notice he's dropping his back shoulder, and maybe he is getting under the ball, it's because their first move is, in the swing, is to drop back this way. And now you're in a really bad position. You'll see some younger players do this, where they get ready to hit, they go to swing, and everything drops back here. Now they're in a tough position to get to the ball. So my advice is, when you get ready to hit, get into a good position where your chest is slightly over the plate, and from this position, all you need to do is turn. Good position, turn. And it puts you in a natural position right there. Also, very quickly, I want to show you, the lower the ball, the more tilt we're going to have. So if the ball is down here, we're not just going to let our hands disconnect from our body and our shoulder and just go down and hit the ball and stay up here. The ball's down and away, it's lower, we're really going to have to tilt because this all stays connected no matter where we go. So here it is lower, we're going to stay in this area. The ball's a little bit higher, we're going to stay connected the same way, but now I don't have to tilt as much. The ball's up here and I'm here. So it's just this for hitting. Ball's up here, we're less, ball gets down, we're a little bit more, and that's how the back shoulder works. So hope this helped explain a couple things. Give it a shot, send me an email or a question. If you have any, I'd like to help you. All right, thanks a lot.